Okay, Georgetta Gankars here. So I did a video before on the palette knife and how to do the flower, and I also did videos on how to do the texture in these kind of trees. And they're kind of important because every time you do a painting, right, you might want to change your stroke. You might want to have a variation of different types of paintings where you get these thick strokes next to each other. You can see how I varied all these strokes. Or maybe you want something that has a little bit of texture where you're doing the palette knife and the brush together. But it's good to practice these type of strokes just on, you can do it on watercolor paper if you don't want to waste your canvas, right? But you want to practice these kind of strokes. So I'm going to show you again how to do this and this. And here's another one. Right, these are these fast strokes. And it doesn't take a lot of time to practice this, but it's good to practice this. So look at my other videos where I'm showing you how to do mountains and rocks and water. In this situation, I'm going to show you how to do just dabbing method where you would have a tree. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use a little bit of green. And what I did is I have here this green. This is like a light green. But if you don't have this green, if you have a dark green or if you have a permanent green, you can just add yellow to it and it works fine. Okay, and then I have my dark green here. And I'm also going to add a little bit of yellow. Okay, so I have these colors. And I'm going to make the green a little bit darker. So what I do is I have here my phthalo green. And for this situation, I'm going to use a brush that is very thick at the end. It's not thin. You see those bristles? They're round. It's a little square here, but they're very thick at the end. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. We're going to dip our brush into our yellow, and we're going to take it, and we're just going to go like this. And I'm just kind of dotting the paper. Okay? Doing it all over. Pretty simple. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick up a little bit of green on the tip there. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to dot this green. Okay. Then I'm going to go with the darker green. And I'm doing light from dark, just so you can see. And I'm going to have this dark green, and I'm going to dab it around here. Okay? And I'm going to do it larger. And while I'm going to go, now I still have my brush like this, I'm going to go back to my yellow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start blending it. And I'm going to blend it by going back over what I put down. So now I've got yellow on top of green, green on top of yellow, dark green on top of dark green. And I'm going to do it real fast. I'm doing it all over. And you can see how the colors are starting to mix. Do you see the difference between these and these colors? In these strokes, because I have so much yellow and green and dark green in my brush, when I press down, I get the colors and they come together. And that's good because if I wanted to do like a tree, right, and it had a lot of different colors on it, let's just cover this whole piece of paper. I could get this technique and I could do this, right, if I wanted to do this big tree with lots of colors in it. And I'm just doing all this dabbing. and I'm getting this. Okay? And practice it. And I want you to keep doing it. And then you would go back, you know, and you'd have some more yellow, right? This way you're not wasting a lot of paint, and you're just blending the colors with the brush as you have it. And all you're doing is you're picking up the color and you're just dabbing it. That's all. Just dabbing it on top. And I want you to try with the yellow and a green. It's really easy to do that way. And you can decide if you want to press more, if you don't want to press as much. But I find that the faster you do it, the better it becomes. And you can cover this whole surface area. Okay? And like I said, I would start with the lighter color first, and then do the medium green, and then the darkest green on top, and then you can go back with more yellow and cover it on top. If you wait till it dries, you'll get a beautiful transition. In other words, when it dries, it won't blend together. So you'll have all your yellows, all your greens, your dark greens, and your medium tone greens separate. You'll be able to see each color. This way, because I'm pressing down, I'm able to see the colors are blending. You see how they're starting to blend? So this is if you want a soft transition. If you want it to be a little bit rougher, you would wait till the color dries. You would do the yellow, then you would do some greens, you'd wait till those greens dry, and then you would do dark greens, like the way we started off in the beginning. But if you want the colors to mix, try something like this, right? Keep doing it. And that's what I did in that painting that I showed you. And we'll do a painting together in class where I'll show you how this will work together when we're doing water, and how we can do a tree this way really fast. But please watch the videos that I did in detail about how to do the leaves and the mixing. But in the meantime, try this on a little piece of watercolor paper. Try pressing hard and blending it. You know, and you can try any color. You can do fall colors. You can do yellow. You can do red and brown. They make a beautiful fall color tree. And try the opposite way, where you're doing the light color, letting it dry, the medium color, and then the dark color. And I'll see you soon in class.